It appears that the U.S. Navy has fired 4 top officers over the past like 9 days or so, and they're still using the blanket term loss of confidence as their excuse as to why they've let some of these guys go. And this has brought a new level of people that are now inquiring, why is this? The U.S. Navy announced it was relieving Commander Peter Laseca of the USS Preble of his duties due to loss of confidence in his ability to command. Now again, the blanket statement, but it looks like finally, I don't know why or who leaked this or how they got the pressure to be put out there, but they do account this to him having a DUI. Now, if you guys have never known this, DUIs are pretty much career enders for anybody in this day and age of the military. The U.S. Navy has dismissed 4 commanding officers and a senior enlisted advisor in less than 1 week due to, quotations, loss of confidence. A strikingly short time frame for such disciplinary action. On Tuesday, the Navy announced it was relieving Commander Peter Laseca of the destroyer of his duties due to loss of confidence in his ability to command. A vague statement used to describe anything from a personality clash to sexual harassment to DUI arrest. And I think that's where people are having a lot of issues with this. If you guys forget, only last year, there was a Marine Corps officer that was a public affairs officer that was willing to go to bat and release exactly why a commanding officer was fired. And he was trying to be silenced by some of the bigger people in the chain of command. And he was like, no, my job is to advocate for the command and talk about what is happening in a truthful manner. But it looks like some commands are still going to this and essentially trying to have this good cover up of the good old boy system. The U.S. Navy has long maintained high standards for all its personnel, and those who fall short are held accountable. The service told the Post in a statement Wednesday afternoon. Commanders and other tribe members in particular are meticulously screened and selected for their proven technical abilities and demonstrated character traits that signal they are ready to assume the authority and responsibility that accompany those positions. This is not a false statement. It is definitely across every branch. If you're selected to command for any position, any type of massive level of leadership like this, you've obviously, proven yourself as a qualified candidate, and you've probably had many tested billets or jobs in the previous years that you can count on, that you've had the experience that you can actually lead one of these things. The Navy continues to say Navy commanding officers are held to high standards of personal and professional conduct, the Navy said in a statement. They are expected to uphold the highest standards of responsibility, reliability, and leadership, and the Navy holds them accountable when they fall short of these standards. That's where people are really getting kind of on the line with this when they're talking about this commanding officer being fired, because they're saying, wait. We know as far as enlisted members, if this was to happen, they could be kicked out very easily, not get a retirement, leave, and not have any forgiveness. But you're telling me that a commanding officer, which should be leading by example, is doing these things, and the one that's preaching them and obviously is not following what he's preaching. What happens to people like this? And that's why people are worried this stuff gets swept under the rug and it doesn't really get addressed. Also seen the commanding officer of the token honorable recruit training command Great Lakes, where Navy's one and only boot camp is at. The commanding officer has now been fired, and it looks like nobody is really talking about it. So I'm sure that if I did reach out to public affairs there, it would end up just being the same quotations we're seeing here, as they're going to do their, cover, don't look at us, go away kind of thing. It says commanding officer of Navy's recruit training command was fired due to loss of confidence in his ability to command. The Navy again did not provide any details as to why Stanley was relieved of his duties, but said he had been reassigned to Naval Service Training Command headquarters. Captain Kurtek Brooks, Chief of Staff of the Naval Service Training Command, assumed Stanley's duties. Like I said, this is also affecting enlisted as well, as it looks like a Master Chief has found himself in hot waters as well. But guess what? The U.S. Navy gives the same exact verbiage as to why they were fired. Command Master Chief Earl Sanders, who acted as a liaison between Johnson and the enlisted sailors of the destroyer USS Bulkley, due to loss of confidence in their ability to effectively function as a command leadership team. And that included the CO as well of that ship. Now, the last one we're going to discuss here, and that is Commander Matthew McCormick, head of Electronic Attack Squadron VAQ 137. So, like I said, we've got 4 officers and a command master chief that have been fired. And really, we don't have answers besides one of them. If I were to critically look at this from the perspective of one of these cases, which I would say, let's figure this out, would be the commanding officer of Recruit Training Command. America sends its sons and daughters to boot camp to prepare to be in the military. Where am I sending my child to? That is a critical question. What is happening over at Navy boot camp? What is happening on these ships where my sons and daughters are? But I want to bring about a critical thing uncut about this. that the military has a chance right now, to change the culture. We've said, and I'm going to read some comments here from the people that are out there talking about this, but it is so just, oh, that's just how it's been, right? But you have a chance to change it. You have a chance to correct the course. You have a chance to do what is right. You have a chance to follow the footsteps of the words that are posted and blasted across the entire military. Honor, courage, commitment, believing in excellence and fair treatment of all. Things that people are told in boot camp, by the way, where the commanding officer was at, that we should follow these things. So what precedent does that set? If we can't contribute to that mission and to that idea of what we stand by of excellence and fair treatment for all, and having the honor and the courage and commitment to say, we will make sure this won't happen again. This is what's going on. Transparency is key. The media is the fourth branch of the government, and that's what we're seeing here. And that is becoming more and more of the check and balance. And I think the U.S. military is very frustrated as there are sailors, soldiers, airmen, Marines, everyone out there that now has one of these, and they have a voice. It can gain traction like that. And before you know it, you have a public affairs catastrophe on your hands where you can let the pressure down by doing the right thing right now. But I'm going to read some of the comments as there are people on both sides. Morgan O'Brien says, how you get a DUI in the age of Uber when you're an 05 is beyond me. The ability to get home and pay even $500 to get home, if that's the crazy amount you have to pay somebody, is still more worth it than this. Michael Hancock writes, yet he'll still get to retire if he's over 20. The Navy needs to fix things like this. If you go over 20 and screw up, that's on you. Sorry about your luck, but no pension for you. Joshua Lambros Flegger says, relieved, yes, but not forcefully retired. Everyone makes mistakes. He is very lucky nothing more came of this DUI. Stress is surreal, and I hope he gets the help and guidance he needs. And Josh, I have to give a little bit of resistance. You know, what my audience is going to say here is this something that we just say all's well that ends well? Or do we say, no, we should correct things before they could actually potentially end well? Lastly, Brian Delamater says, and yet probably held mass on sailors for coming back from Liberty drunk. So yeah, that is some of the thought process that we have from people that are out there talking about the situation that's out there. What do you think the military should do as far as these situations? Do you think they should be transparent and there should be some sort of Freedom of Information Act that's out there, as these people have been put in high positions to take care of the service members that are out there? Or do you think that, you know, it's something that they've earned, they've served their time, and you feel like just because they make a quotations mistake doesn't mean that should be out there? Let me know down in the comments below, because I think people can see it from both sides, like we've seen in the comments here. Let me know. I'd love to hear if you guys have any other video ideas. Hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.